A participative quality audit system. Welcome to the topic of today's video, the participative quality audit system. There are three levels of internal audit: the quality system, the process audit, and the housekeeping. These are required to meet ISO 9001, 2000, quality system of 9000, and ISO and total system of 16,949 requirements. So what are the three qualities? Three levels: quality systems, process audit, and housekeeping thereof. Now we talk about benefits of internal audit: to comply with standards, to measure effectiveness of quality system thereby, and how to go ahead with it. Now benefits of participative or internal audit: increase every employee's understanding of quality system, increase all employees understanding of company operations. Why do we look into it? Because this will relate to increase in focus on improvement. So understanding of quality system, company's operations, and the focus remains on improvement. So how does it create benefits? First and foremost, it expands the knowledge of entire business for every employees, changes the attitude towards the workplace, create peer pressure for excellence thereby. There are three levels for internal audit: system level, which is following the ISO audit standards, or the process level, which focuses on each manufacturing or a support process activities perhaps. Housekeeping level is only on focusing on cleanliness, safety, standardization, system, process, and housekeeping. Remember the three levels. Let us come with the quality system audit. First, the scope is according to the approved plan. For system audit, prepare audit work paperwork for relevant elements to be standardized, to be verified. Execute with a focus to validate the complete quality system, including continual improvement as on when on it happens. The process production system, if I may say so, what happens out here? It is what we are looking forward to, its specific process for a single part of a job. Prepare one, perhaps two pages of audited worksheet as an auditor's guides and record. Execute with the focus of verifying the process compliance, not ISO 9001 or ISO 9000 TS 16949. Example is stamping operation to produce a part number 12346. Let's say for that matter, verify the compliances. Our work instruction been followed, the method to do the work. Our materials correct with the labels incoming and outgoing. See to it, verify it. Our gauges calibrated, the measurement, the tolerance of the equipment, machine. Are records correct? Performance is indicated thereby. What are we looking as process production audit? Frequency: each production process audited monthly, each active part annually. Additional audits to follow up customer complaints, monitor job requirements, engineering changes, verify corrective actions thereby, and observe and certify new employees time and again as it happens to you. Do it, the additional audit. Now let us come to the third audit, which is the housekeeping audit. The scope is to evaluate the workplace cleanliness, because everything that is clean, it means it leads to safety and standardizations. Less of an accident, more of an efficiency. Prepare one-page checklist for audit worksheets to be work with compliances, to score the compliances thereby. Execute with focus on equipment, tools, material in proper order, and clean, safe environment. So housekeeping audits should be done at least frequently on a weekly basis. Separate audit for each different functional and departmental areas. Reduce frequency after satisfactory performance has achieved, from one day on a daily basis to weekly basis, from weekly basis to monthly basis, and not beyond that. So how is the three level of audit being implemented? System audit: follow traditional quality system. Internal audit: practice. Many books and training courses are available. In fact, it is openly available on the net also. Process and housekeeping audit will be defined further. More guidance on housekeeping audit as 5S expert. We talk about developing the audit schedule. List all manufacturing process. Let's say the cells, the department, the function. Example: stamping, welding, assembling, packaging. List all part numbers produced. Follow the structures of your process work instruction thoroughly. List all critical support processes, customers, internal, example, customer order entry, document change control, and what do we go around it? Getting started. Here is what we do. Develop the audit worksheet. Identify process, part, instruction, date, time, department, personnel, past corrective actions to verify. Identify specified process details to verify. You need to identify everything. Believe me, the more you identify, the more depth you go into it. Now the auditors, how to select and why to select. Select a cross sectional of managers and production that becomes not biased. They will have different perspective and evaluate objectively, audit everything objectively. Personal attribute, maturity, observations, consciousness, self-control, self-confident, must be literate, must be capable of recording the result, respected by peers, obviously, and they are not to be disputed their authorities. Target is only 10 to 20% of the workforce trained as process auditor. Now, what are we looking as far as training the auditor? Let's say in the classroom, overview of the audit process, overview of the quality standard, detailed of the checklist, schedule, assignments, and report procedure. Typically requires 3 to 4 hours of experienced employees. Getting started, train the auditors as on the job. The instructor leads an audit with a small group of people, 4 or 6 in number. Auditors training do practice audit in pairs. Auditors training do a supervised auditor with the instructor. Instructions of managers monitor audit reports for first 3 to 5 minutes. 5 audits and coaches auditors as and when required. So housekeeping audit, develop a drawing or specification for each cell. Develop one-page checklist. Train at least one-fourth of the employees to be auditors, which is roughly 120 minutes of training. Audit all work cells weekly until satisfactory organizational things have been achieved. Now we need to get started. Perform the full cycle of process audit. Assign auditors to audit. Observe independence. Auditors should not audit their personal work. Remember this thing. Their personal work needs to be audited by someone else. Recommend more frequent audit at the beginning to ensure that auditors are always kept on their toes. They are using their training and resolving non-conformities. Monitor report closely to coach auditors on a proper level of detail to include in reporting. Now comes the ongoing management. Auditors leader maintains record and reports, request and tracks the corrective action, support auditors as and when needed, assign follow-up audit. Audit leaders ensure that the internal auditors stay on schedule. Audit leaders review audit results for trends, for recurrences, for non-conformities, as that has been mentioned. We are talking about the evolution, audit program evolution. This is only through checklist, which needs to be added or removing items based on the experiences. Audit frequency based on the result. If there are many anomalies, do frequent auditing. As the anomaly reduces, as there are more of a conformances, reduce the number of audit of frequency. Internal auditor staff plan for turnover every 12 to 18 months of service deal. As a concluding remark, let me state that participative audit approach allows a large number of employees to be involved as internal auditor, benefiting the company and the employees in the long run. The structure allows the audit frequency and scope to be very flexible. The structure is consistent with ISO 9001-2000, TS 16949 and customer specific standard. With these words, I wind up this video. Thank you for watching the same.